What? What? I mean, that's nothing. I need to stop doing that. I need to stop. I know I've made this point before, but could you imagine, like, Stephen Colbert coming out and the first thing he says on, like, his show is like, oh, like, just nothing. Just nothing words. That's a high Paula. It would be very funny is the thing. But he couldn't just do it every time. So. But, hello. Hello. I hope everyone's doing well. I am, what else is new? You know. Just trying to live life. One popsicle at a time. But today, we're gonna get back to working on some of Pig's video. Honestly, would do everyone involved some good if I could work more on this, but I don't know. Excuses. Generic excuse. I am pretending to write something down. That one's a Gravity Falls reference. There, for all those Gravity Falls fans out there. But yeah. So we're just gonna chill. I do feel like something that this project is more fun for is something we haven't worked on so far, in which I can just do little doodles of all the different little Xenoblade elements and everything. So, you know, before we're working on big set pieces, this time we're gonna be like, no, let's simply Xenoblade, you know? Hey, just gonna get back on to it. I'm gonna do this. Pick it. Wait, I went. Okay. I feel like art streams are always trickier to be like, ah, yes, everyone can see what I'm doing. constantly forgetting to go to the unpause the pause screen. To reveal the curtain, lift the veil, as it were. What was it thinking of? Man, I love how I'm thinking of, like, literally nothing's in my head right now. I was like I remember what I was. I'm not gonna talk about that. I was just about to say. I was playing Marvel Rivals with a friend, right? And I immediately started talking about like art and art, like art bullshit and what have you. Right? Like I immediately started getting into and analyzing a piece of media I had seen, and I was like, wow, fucking, where is that right now when I'm live? Well, maybe I should have something more important to say than pure nonsense. And the answer was it was nowhere. Had already left my brain. Oh goodness. Oh, what the? I hate that. I hate. There are some things where as I work in Studio Paint, I'm like, oh. I remember Photoshop in what time I had was not like this. And I miss it. I miss certain features that for whatever reason are not the way they are in Clip Studio Paint. I love how I'm lining up Shulk here. Most recognizable Xenoblade character thanks to Smash Brothers. As if I'm going to trace him, when in reality that's not it at all. I'm going to make a little stick finger puppet out of him, that not in a sexual way, and together we will make Pig's Xenoblade essay. Honestly, this should be easy. We just want to make a little stick. like, I mean, come on now. Like, this specific shape, the shape of popsicle stick. This is essentially what like these digital brushes are made to do. Easy as pie. I just need to find good brush width. Let's do 80. 80 is a little wider than this is, but I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. I hope everyone had a good weekend. I was just thinking, Nikki, hi! More like hi indeed, hello! I don't know if any of y'all feel like this. I'm not trying to whine more than I already do. But I don't know. It just occurs to me. Like, I was trying to relax today, I had a little hiccup in that, and that's fine. You know, that... but I didn't send. That's fine. I honestly, I like the mix-up of... of just, hi. But anyway. I don't know. I was just thinking, I was like, man, I wish I could relax on, like, not a time frame. You know? Like, I have New Year's Day off this week, which is nice because I don't have plans, and I'm not going to stream, so I'm gonna take it easy. But I really gotta get to that. Like, that's one of the reasons I haven't worked on Pig's thing for sure, is because I've been trying to get my own things working, and that's, you know, anyone who talks to me for even a little bit knows that that's an endeavor. What was I just thinking of? But I sure would like to be my own boss just so I can make my own schedule. You know? That's the big thing. That's how I truly feel. Not to say I don't live a good life now, but that's it's the dream, as some people call it, you know? If I can be honest with you, chat, I hope I can. It's my stream. I don't know why you're tuning into this if you're like, man, I hope he lies to me. I can't wait to tune into my favorite streamer and have him not be his authentic self. I mean, some people are doing that whether they know it or not. Enough online scandals have happened. Now we know some favorite streamers, what have you, were not being faithful on camera. I try to be. I try to just be myself. Just be myself and everything will be okay. No, not like that. Don't be yourself like that. Oh my lord. I don't know, this has always happened whenever I stream CSP. And it's like, we're gonna zoom slightly incorrectly for y'all. I was like, I'd rather you didn't, actually. Yeah. You know, I wasn't gonna talk about this, but let me talk about it. My problem was that my dad, for Christmas, was so kind to get me Dragon Warrior 2 and 3, because I picked up 1 for myself earlier this year. And I was trying to start those games today with my day off. But with Dragon Warrior 3, because that's apparently the first in the timeline, in the trilogy, but it kept crashing, and it made me very upset. Like, this bums me out. So I might try and pick up some cleaning alcohol tomorrow and try to properly attend to my NES shit, but who can say? It might... I mean, I could always do my best to look into cleaning the cartridge as a whole, as opposed to, like, the pins. You know, that's what they're called. That's what the connecting bits are called. on cartridges, the pins. I'm glad you like it, meat. That took me 5 seconds to draw, because it was 2 dots in the line. Yeah, go read my comic, please. I'm begging, please, someone, I'm begging you. Just click on the blue. Just hey. 6 other people watching stream. Hey, click on the blue sky link. Good. Go read my comic. Do it now. I have your attention. Nintendo's nuts. My dad does not work at Nintendo. I don't need. You want to know something? I used to know where my dad works. Don't now. I don't know that now. To be fair, I feel like when I was a kid, that was one of those things, where it's like, you see that in cartoons and stuff. It's like, oh, my dad works at, and so I largely mostly knew where he worked at because of that. Bought a link in chat. I mean, that would take a while to do and to set up at the moment. And there is a blue sky link right there, but I can probably do something about that eventually, at some point. Like I said, just not at the moment. Yeah, future thoughts. But anyway, yeah. So I do want to learn how to maintain old game cartridges, Nintendo cartridges specifically, because that's what I have. I have mostly Nintendo cartridges. But that also comes with the fear of just breaking them. Like, people who have watched certain streams know I have a cartridge of Kirby's Dream Land 2 that does not have a save battery in it. And I could replace that if I knew what I was doing. I don't know what I'm doing. So yeah. Yep. Just things, just thoughts on old Cahill's mind. What a novel concept. Me thinking. Oh, that's not at all what I meant to do. Expand. Oh. Would you look at that? That's not right. Expand. Google. Expand. Google. Inflation NSFW. No. Oh, they have tons of videos. But fucking I don't know how to tell you this. Watching something online doesn't necessarily make you an expert. And I'm not trying to say that condescendingly. I just mean, I could watch as many videos as possible on the subject. But at the end of the day, eventually what will have to happen is I take my little fingers, pry open a 40-year-old cartridge, and try not to break it more than I already have. And I don't trust my fingers to do that, That's the big thing. I don't know what that word means, meat. Also, what did I label this stuff before? I just labeled it as the prop itself, so this is just gonna be popsicle. Oh! I'm pretty sure old Nintendo cartridges you can literally just, well, he might use it to actually pry the plastic open, but you can't just unscrew them. From what I've seen, they are just screwed in there. Popsicle. Alright, let's blow this popsicle stand. Hey, speaking of RPGs, my failures at Dragon Quest today did make me go back to Final Fantasy. See, Nikki, that's what I'm afraid of. Anyway, so I'm afraid that I will just go reach for the hammer, and that's not. You shouldn't do that. Oh. Okay. Oh my god, 100 bits from Gamer, thank you. That's so nice of you. You didn't have to do that. Thank you, Gamer. I appreciate of $1. But yeah, it did put me back to Final Fantasy. And let me just say one thing about Final Fantasy versus, I don't know, Xenoblade or Dragon Quest. Does the main character say, "Let's mosey," when they go to fight the final world-ending boss? No. No for several RPGs. No for most RPGs outside of Final Fantasy VII. Then they're bad RPGs. Logic dictates that if Final Fantasy VII is the only RPG in the world where the main character says "let's mosey" when you go to face the world-ending threat, then Final Fantasy VII is the only RPG that is good. I'm so sorry to break this to you guys. I'm so sorry to have to tell you this. But it's true. It's just true. That's the bet. That's I don't know what that means either. You're really throwing me for a loop today. And I'm in an emotionally fragile state. No, you're good. I hope I didn't scare you. Thank you. I apologize, I understand so little of your words. I'm just stupid. Just dumb. What was I just thinking of? Completely forgot. Oh yeah, Final Fantasy's have been good. Hot take. What was I thinking of? I should find more. I know I realized 5 minutes after me, but that's how my brain works. You're never gonna get me with one of those jokes because I'm too slow. I'm physically too slow. You're too slow. What's I thinking of? Something about RPGs, for sure. Oh yeah, I should start compiling. Like a playlist. I guess it would just be a list. Though you would play it. Was thinking of games. Like, it'll be a list. And it's just games people write essays about, whether they're good or bad or both, but I just like them, period. That's the name of the list. And so far on that list I have Mario RPG and Final Fantasy VII. Maybe throw Mario Galaxy on there too, I'm not really sure. Back and forth. We got 2 so far. So there is that. But yeah, I've talked a lot about that. And I get it, because like those kinds of games, video game history is interesting. And those games have places in history. And some people talk about whether or not their merits in the history are more important than their merits as like a good game, or whether they're a good game at all or just an historically important one, blah 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 blah. But then I try them out and I'm just like, this was very delightful. Like, that's the only thought I had. Like, what are y'all yapping about? So yeah. I should start. I should try playing more games. Play more games. Expand that list. Start finding historically important games. Okay, so one of the things I want to do is make a really basic outline for the characters, and then basically just customize that repeatedly. I'm gonna look this up. Yeah, there's hopefully, I've said this so many times when talking about other people online, hopefully they're not a bad person, but Viva Reverie, they've made JoJo summary videos, and then that is immediately what my mind goes to, because they did a really good job at just making basically one character model and repeatedly customizing it. Really good, just swap out some assets, yada yada yada. And also those videos are just fun to watch. So, something along those lines for sure. I was thinking, well, maybe what I should do is, I was about to start trying to do it with like the outline. That's not the right thing at all. There we go. I was gonna do like the outline, but maybe even is the thing about that, is that instead I just kind of make a very basic version first, so just lines, not outline, not like the border, but just outlines, and then we'll see about that. We'll see what they have to say about this. My greatest invention. I'm thinking of a very, like, bathroom sign. No one tell Pig that we're making his favorite game series into bathrooms. That's what's going to happen at the Nintendo amusement park. And you know it's true. It'll be like the Mario section, the Donkey Kong section, the Zelda section, Xenoblade bathrooms. Hey, you wanna know something? Knowing how delightful, fantastic Mr. Pig is, like, he'll be he'll be more than happy just to go check out the bathrooms and be like, oh my goodness, look at this! They got a Shulk statue! Right there! I'm trying to... This has... Okay, so what I'm doing right now on the side... Oh, wait. I have found it. There we go. Okay. I want to see... Like, if I do like this... What does that get me? Like, how does this look? That's too wide. I can recognize that that's too wide. Maybe we do like this. Well, that's better. Also, I swore this was the same. What did I make the fucking circle? Oh, I made that 6. Yeah, let's make it 8. Thicken these lines up a bit. No one cares about this except me. Alternatively, what we do with this is, instead of a triangle with like solid sides, we make every Xenoblade character real pudgy. Can we make Xenoblade Among Us? Is that something Pig's gonna be okay with? He's not gonna be okay with it. But it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission, you know? Like, if Pig doesn't realize they're all basically just the Among Us thing at first, then it's fine. Monad Us? Yeah, Sure, why the... Yeah, I guess. Sure, why not that? Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah. Uh-huh. Just nodding along. It's like, whatever gets you on board, man. Okay. I mean, if I make the head bigger, that does give us room. Maybe we only make the head half the body. That would be smart. That would be economic. Okay, that's looking... Yeah, I can get on board with this. This is looking like something. This is looking like something. Believe it or not. Believe it or not. I'm fucking a bear. I never thought it could feel so good. What? Let me see. Let me see. Are there little stubby feet? So, part of the way I got roped into this, that I jokingly drew a Xenoblade character one art stream while Pig was in call, and he did end up liking it, and we're like, yeah, I'll do it. Presentation of the Mario RPG. I mean, I thought Mario RPG was okay. I really do need, maybe if I drop Final Fantasy again, just due to life shit, I'll try Mario RPG purely just because I need to try out I need to give Paper Mario a chance, because I thought Mario RPG was okay. It was fine. I did not dislike it. I wasn't like, this is my new favorite game. I see why people like it. This wasn't for me. I don't get why everyone was crazy about Geno. That's the mystery that got left with me after playing Mario RPG. Is I was like, wow, Mallow's great. I love Mallow as a character, and everyone's like, Geno. Give me Geno back. I want Geno more than anything else in the world. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know, Dak. You know? What is happening? This is not what I'm... Okay. Something is the... Okay, the whole canvas is okay. Something weird was happening there. Oh wait, no, I don't... There we go. The original or the remake? I mean both. I think I've tried both before, and they honestly I feel like both of them felt decently the same. I didn't think either were so different that I was like, oh my goodness. I will say this, because I looked at like some of the previous quote-unquote remakes of Dragon Quest before the new HD stuff they're coming out with right now. Those didn't look good. The Mario HD remake looks good though. And to be clear, I'm not talking about the like new again, not the HD Dragon Quest remake, the specifically like the iOS game. Missed some stuff. You're good. I apologize about Twitch delay. Twitch loves to not be the website they should. If I had a penny for every company in the world today who gets exorbitant amounts of money to do one thing, and then refuses to actually do that thing, I'd have enough money to be one of those companies. Which is, that's something. That's it. You know? statement. Society. You know, what do you have to say about society? Well, I just hate that we live in one. I need to give one. I was talking to Ian, a friend Ian, because I kept seeing animated clips about the D&D podcast group Legends of Adventress, however you pronounce that, and I was like, this seems funny, and then I didn't watch one. I watched like only a third of a stream of theirs, and I was like, I need to give it another shot, because I was watching the intro to a campaign, which, you know, very few campaigns are gonna have some of their highlights in the intro. Like, you know, I'm trying to think, because back in the day, before I ever started streaming, I was wildly into Adventure Zone, and to a degree, I still love Adventure Zone. I just haven't listened to a new campaign in a good while. But like, that was the one I liked, and I'm trying to think, because there are some really good highlights in the first arc, but like in the first stream, probably not. Almost certainly not. Legends of Adventures, I haven't. The stuff I've seen so far that interested me about Legends of Adventress was from Chuckles and Bitsy, and I was trying to watch the campaign. I forgot what I think it's Dimwits of the Dimwood. I was trying to watch the campaign with Bitsy, because if I'm not mistaken, Chuckles is an NPC in the campaign he's introduced, and he's not actually a main player character. And then that same conversation I was just mentioning with Ian, he was like, yeah, I like that campaign better because Bitsy's great, and there's lots of her in that. It's a go, I'm sure. Like I said, I need to give it another shot. Me like half listening to it, I'm not even like about to make like a, oh, I just wasn't getting into it. No, I'm not even making like a judgment call. I was legitimately just like, I had a third of a VOD on, something happened. That's like what happened with Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, where I wasn't necessarily like not into it. It's more so I got like my toe in the water, and then my fucking parents called me back, and they're like, put on your sunscreen. And I'm like, Mom, I'm fine. So that's how, I mean, again, another reason for me to want to be my own boss, so I can listen to stuff so I can consume media I want to consume on the job, at least more than I already do at my current day job. Don't tell my boss about that. Shut up. I like that. I think this is, yeah, I mean, Paula, I think it might be better to put it in Discord, just because I'll watch it after stream more likely. But I mean, I know who it's from, and and like, if you just want to share it in general, go for it. But if you want me to watch it, Discord might be a good place. Hello, you're all good, Yui. I appreciate your lurk. Yeah. I'm simplifying a wildly not simple. What are the fucking? I never want to hear anyone talk. Okay, someone clip. This needs to be a clip. What is the? No one ever talk about Kingdom Hearts design again. Is that 1, 2, and then I'm guessing this is 2. These 2 are 2. Is this 6? Does Shulk have 12 belts around his knees? He doesn't have any on his waist. Shulk has 2 belts on his arm, 12 on his knees, and 1, 2... We're gonna count, this is 1. No, this is definitely 2 here. So 3, 4, 8. This is a... Shulk has 22 belts. Shulk has 22 belts, and they're everywhere but his waist. That's these Trom. These are belts. These are belts. Let me look up what a knee brace looks like. Yeah, give me 1 second. Okay, give me 1 second. First off, not only do half of these look nothing, like I'll give you some of them are like very strap heavy. Oh, nope, there we go. Anyway, some of these are very strap heavy, but half of them look nothing like what this is. But furthermore, the 12 belts I'm specifically referring to are free hanging. This is a knee skirt made of belts. Oh, I absolutely agree, Kingfisher. But anyway, this is a knee skirt made of belts. What is this? This underneath of it, it might be a knee brace, and we will not count it. These are 12 free hanging belts around his knees. Like I said, no one ever talk about Kingdom Hearts again. I don't know if you're being honest with me, Trom, or not, but I don't know if you're like, no, that's a thing in the game, actually. So Rex doesn't wear pants. Doesn't Rex just straight up wear, like, fucking, like, fisherman trousers, though? We have, like, so many characters to get to before I draw Rex. So many. But honestly, Rex's outfit, from what I've seen, he does have many belts. Okay, you want to know the most egregious thing here? Well, actually, I don't know what his profession, like the dangers of his profession. The only comment I have about Rex's main outfit is that, from what I understand, he's a type of diver, and yet his thighs, clavicle, well, no, we won't check the clavicle right now, but his thighs and his forearms are exposed. Couldn't tell you why that is. But I will, Trom is right. Rex, I mean, yeah, Rex just kind of wears like half pants overalls. The main thing actually covering his bits up are like, is like a jumper, a one piece. The one piece? Abadeo umewo nina hatsune ba bum ba da 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 da. One Piece, dun 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 da 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 dun 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 da da da. I'm gonna do some layer stuff that chat can't see. Character popsicle. Okay, I kind of have like a small group of shit that is basically just to he does have a turtleneck on. Is solely to make the characters off of. Character template. There's that. And then we're gonna copy this and start drawing on top of it for Rex. So I think the best thing to get first is his jacket. I think that is unarguably the most iconic part of Rex's design outside the Monado. Is his red vest jacket thing. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to give him a hula hoop. There we go. I hope he likes his hula hoop. The hoop might be too big. I need to make him a smaller hula hoop. There we go. Hula hoop is perfectly sized. This would actually not make a good hula hoop. You need some space to get that motion going. I know that much. I haven't hula or hooped in a while, but I remember the basics. Just like riding a bike, a hula hoop is, in a way, you know? There's like protection that goes under his shorts. I mean, I can see that being the practical reasoning for it. Okay. Trump, and this isn't, to be clear, I'm not like, this is not me getting real heated. I always like to make that clear. I can buy that. I'm not such a curmudgeon that I would be like, no, that's dumb. There's no way you could ever justify this clothing choice. No. Okay, yes, I buy that. It still is, like, visually... Oh. Visually, and, like, on a structure level, this is 12 belts. No. But, like... what you're saying is like what he's using it for, and I'm like, yes, I won't argue with you on that. But I'm sure. I can get behind that. That is like protection. All right, cool. It is still 12 belts. That is 12 belts. What we are looking at, what we have here, on all levels, but including spiritual, is in fact 12 belts. Might it be a kind of knee brace? Sure. Yeah. Okay, yep. I'm okay with that. That is fine, but I can live with that as a form of reasoning. Still 12 belts. Like, if I need to secure something to my car, and I don't have any, like, bungees, or whatever, or ropes, but I do have 12 belts, and I secure it to my car with the 12 belts, then what I have done is I have strapped 12 belts to my car. Now, are those 12 belts acting as a sort of, you know, as a sort of car harness, what have you? Yes. Are they still 12 belts? They are, in fact, 12 belts. And what Shulk is wearing, no matter for whatever reason he's wearing it, no matter what he might say, they are, in fact, 12 belts. And my grander point was that people tend to point out how many belts Kingdom Hearts characters are wearing. and my retort to that, in a way, is pointing to Shulk as I draw him for the first time ever, and saying, this man, this boy, in a Nintendo game is wearing 12 belts. I've done the math. I've done the math. He's wearing 12 belts. I can't for the life of me understand who would do that. I don't know. You say that, but his color-wise, his look has a lot of cohesion. It's this blue, black, and red, and I am counting and I guess white. So blue, black, red, and white. That's Shulk's whole thing, and his Monado fits with that. I wonder if I get further into Pig's script, there's a justification for Hulk matching the Monado's color scheme, or if that was just friendly coincidence. Ah, that was not at all what I meant to do. 12 belts. He's not wearing like 2 shirts, is he? He's got like a whistle here. I can probably add that under, but he's not double shirted up. Yeah. As I said before, Pig was talking about like more themed streams, and he was like, I think technically a Xenoblade would fit with this, but I don't want to replay that just for me. He was like, Pig, do it. There are 3 Xenoblade games, and I replay 1 Epic Mickey game. Do it for you. Do it for the Xenoblade community. Don't do it for you know, Twitch algorithms, because that's not, I'll be honest with you, that's not it, but that wouldn't be a good reason. But honestly, you should not play Twitch algorithms. That's a losing game. Oh. I made a mistake. Hop, 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 hop. Turn these shorts around. Turn the shorts around. Shulk is wearing 12 belts. Turn it upside down. That still means it's 12 belts. Let's give him a hood. I can't really, these characters aren't about to have necks, so I can't really give him a neck. I hate to say it. I really feel like Shulk's, would this be considered a bob? I really feel like Shulk's bob is more important to his character than his turtleneck. Shulk is no, Yui, we've done the math. Shulk is wearing 20 belts. But these around his knees, these are consistent of 12 belts. If Shulk is just wearing his pants, well, he would still be wearing 20 belts. There's just 2 up here. Honestly, adding the hood makes it way more of like an anime character. IMO. Taylor must have cried. I think it was an easy day. What the tailor did is he got 12 belts. He stapled them together and then handed them to a child, I guess. Is the fiction we're creating. Honestly, all this blue stuff I'm leaving for color. But I still want to do this weird circly pattern he's got going on. Make sure it's a little more centered than that. There we go. With staples and duct tape. That's what I'm saying. And again, might it be a knee brace? Sure, but these parts, free hanging belts. And I'm not, and even if the whole thing on a whole is acting as a knee brace, I'm not willing to discount every belt for that. Honestly, kind of looks like a fucking Pokemon trainer with all these circles on his waist. And he said, "All right, I'm about to be the best who's ever been." And everyone said, "That's an awful British accent." Alright, what's all this then? Looks to me like the Pokemon battle. My name's Shulk. I'm the best trainer in Galar. I apologize, Britain, but you know what you did. And they're like, "That was 200 years ago." And everyone said, "We haven't forgotten." No one forgets Britain. Up, up. Yeah, the color work on this, not about to be, honestly, I imagine even more than the line art, the color work on all these characters is about to be like, oh my goodness, what have I done? Oh no. There. Same here. There we are. Alrighty. Honestly, I think... Yeah, there we go. In terms of the actual, like, main clothing outline, I think we're just about done. I'm just gonna need to do his face after this. He's got a little stranded hair up there, doesn't he? He said, "Hello. Don't get confused by my accent. I'm still an anime protagonist." I never claimed I could do a good British accent. I never claimed I could do a British accent at all, actually. How's your math? Fast. What's 2 plus 2? 16. That wasn't right at all. Yeah, but it was fast. Xenoblade in their crotchless pants. I won't be rephrasing. Does he have like a No. He's just kind of black there. Does he have like a zipper? Oh, that's it. Okay, you know what? I take back what I was saying. Not that Shulk doesn't have 12 belts, but people talk about... Oh, I'm so sorry. People talk about Kingdom Hearts characters having a lot of zippers. I got them confused. Oops. That's too low. 'Cause tonight is gonna be the night I fall for you over again. Is Hulk's hair supposed to be like X-shaped? I'm noticing all these like crisscrossies on here. He said, I am the Xenoblade X. Wow. Oh. Oh. What's a, wrong one. I just need I was like, no, that shouldn't go that far. I will say, Pig's script, from what I've read of it, even though it's mostly just Xenoblade 1 stuff so far, has made me more curious about things I've seen out of Xenoblade 3. So I do think it's doing its job. Pig is accomplishing the goal. I, however, am failing to draw hair, which is impressive, given that I call myself an artist. Actually, that might work. Yeah! You don't know something? I think that's pretty good. I'm just going over it like, yeah. Give him a solid outline. Make sure he's nice and solid. And then give him a little hair doodad. That's looking like Shulk to me. I don't know about you guys, but that's looking like Shulk to me. Let's work on some stuff here. Up. Okay. Up. Just gotta get rid of all the parts where it crisscrosses. I wonder how many shoulder pads I'm gonna have to draw for this. Oh no. no. So many. Let's see. Up, yep. There's that. Honestly, not looking too bad myself as far as just line art goes. I think the real thing is now let me look at what I haven't been looking at the person I was talking about, the one who does the JoJo stuff, but I do want to see how they do the eyes. Do they just do dot eyes? Is that it? Yeah, they kind of just do dot eyes. Alright. Put them here. Who doesn't love these kinds of eyes? Let's be real here. I like them. But I feel like I have a bias. So. Up, up, up. You know what? Maybe. Hey, you know what? I can dig it. I'm into it. Alright. So this is... Okay. One more time. So... Shulk. Line. And then... We're gonna do Shulk. Color. And then we're gonna start color picking. First up, of course, is that red. We're gonna do what we can to get as much of the red segments in one go as we can. Honestly, yeah. Get his feet in here. Because his shoes are red. Gotta throw those in. Let's see. Oh, no, yeah, okay. I was like, does that sleeve need to be this red? And it's like, no. No, we're good. Maybe slightly more neutral. There's a lot of highlights on this, so I'm just color picking. Yeah. Actually, I might like... Yeah, I think I like that the most. I hate to break it to you guys, but this one's my favorite. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, I should have colored in his shoulder pads too. I just realized I had chat closed too. Did something crazy happen? Did someone burn down the entire stream? Please, no. Oh, they're all dead. I just realized I should have selected this too. Nope, wrong layer. Honestly, I was trying to do it like freehand with his hair. It might just look best if I just try and Make it like super angular. I'm being honest. We'll see. Yeah, that looks good. That is the wrong layer, however. I'm trying to think. Let me grab this again. And then select this and this. And these two. Alright. We might just be getting somewhere with this. Shockingly, and to the surprise of literally everyone involved. Also, you know what? I'm gonna go back. Gonna go back real quick. We're gonna do hair stuff. I have decided. Before we get too far in on that, I like the idea of making it a bit more angular. I can see what I was going for with the line swept stuff, but I think we would just be better off if I made it like a bunch of straight lines. Oh, I just realized I keep forgetting. I gotta draw the Titans. I probably should have started with those first instead of Shulk, but can you blame me? Look at this guy. Look at this guy. He's gonna do great. He's ready for an adventure. Doesn't go deep enough. Gotta get in there myself. Only sending you me to do your dirty jobs, ain't? Oh. Hello? This is the second time this has been happening. Oh. No? Yes. Oops. There has been a mistake. Specifically this mistake. Yep. Oopsie. That's kind of an easy fix though. I can redo. It's literally a triangle, so I can just gotta redo the lines in this one, and not at all hard. A little fucky wucky though. That'll happen. That'll happen. Select this again. Don't put it on the wrong layer. Oh. Oh, let me take a drink of water. Remember to hydrate, chat. It's important. Back to this, because I was originally just about to do his like collar and shit, and then I get distracted by how I messed up. Also, put a line right here. Because he kind of has that. And he also has a line down along this section. Like I said, I'm really oversimplifying this in color and line art, but that's kind of what you do for videos like this. For charm and production's sake. It is a double-edged sword in some of the, I would argue, in purely a good way, which is not how you do it. I guess I would say win-win, huh? That's okay. I fucked up that saying completely. No one actually says that. Not a saying. Not what you would say at all. In fact, funnily enough, Shulk says tomato. Says this is my sword of a tomato. I love it when Shulk said it's tomato time and then tomatoes all over the place. That's my favorite part of the game. No context. Oh, I was about to say, I was like, there's more gray sections. What am I forgetting? Oh my goodness. I'm trying to think about how I'm also gonna, I was talking about this before, about, it's like, well, I gotta do some of my own stuff, even if I haven't made more progress on the Xenoblade video. And that's not just the comic, I've been trying to, it's been tough figuring out, like, a way of drawing for the book that I'm happy with. And I don't want the book to go out without visuals. That story having some visual element is important to me, but like fucking, I wrote the thing. I can't just leave it on the floor just because I'm like, oh, I don't like the art. Like if that's how it's gonna be. I just need to put out the writing and just be like, fucking, I need to let this speak for itself if I can't get the art out, and then. If this allows me to do art in the future, then we'll do it then. But currently what I kind of decided was I went back to pen and paper. I like doing pen and paper. And I have thought about that before, where it's like, you know, I do computer for a lot of reasons these days. But at the end of the day, a lot of my inspirations do their shit on pen and paper. So sometimes when you want it to look like that, you just have to do the thing. And what was I thinking of? This is the problem with color picking skin tones. You get weird highlights and stuff that aren't actually representative. That's better. I think that's better. It's paler. Pale Shulk. Let me zoom in real close. Find the most neutral part of Shulk's face. That is ever so slightly different. Might be better. Might work out better. Anyway. So yeah, I've been trying to do that. Trying to do some Jack Kirby inspired work. I was literally thinking about this as I was staring at the actual art for the character. I was like, is his skin and hair the same color? That's a problem for a lot of reasons when you're simplifying it down. How close they are in chain. But yeah, I like Jack Kirby stuff. I want to read more Thor. I was saying to some friends, I think I want to read more Thor because I think he might be able to become my favorite superhero, not just favorite Marvel character. Because I mean, okay, if Thor became my favorite Marvel character, my favorite superhero is Spider-Man at the moment. So it'd be weird for him to occupy one spot and not the latter. So, but yeah. But yeah, like I was saying, trying to do in between streams and stuff, where I've worked on the comic and Pig's video a little bit. I've been doing my best to keep up with book shit and seeing what works best for me, and I think Jack Kirby might be the answer. He is the king after all. I like how this looks. Wait, let's pop a popsicle under his butt. I might... Well, wait. I really think my biggest problem right now is hair stuff. Yeah, that looks good. And he's gonna be... This is not the size he's going to be. He's going to be largely shrunken down. Invert. And then expand. Let's say 20. How does that look? We're gonna give him a Paper Mario sort of thing right now. Actually. There we go. Wait 1 second. This would be Shulk. We're gonna call this Drop Shadow. Because I mean, that's technically not what the white part... I don't think that's what the white... I don't think the white part would be considered a Drop Shadow normally. But we're also going to give him his own popsicle stick. I love this dramatic ass music as I finalize dumbass looking Shulk. Like, just... the derpiest little Shulk in the world. Sounds like I'm making fucking Frankenstein's monster over here. And now we're hunting Frankenstein's monster. I've created Derpy Shulk. I have to destroy him now. Also, speaking of shit like that, I saw Sonic 3. I didn't see... I was saying, because I went with Deja, right? I didn't see Sonic 2. Because the plot to Sonic 2 was the plot to Sonic 3, which is that fucking Robotnik tricks Knuckles, right? And I was like, I get it. But Sonic 3 I wanted to see because Shadow. And it was very good. I've gotta say. I was real into it. And then Shulk. Popsicle. And then we put the whole thing together and it would just be Shulk. And then was thinking of. Let me do, because, yeah, okay. Because I'm imagining, for editing purposes, it's gonna get scaled down to about like, well, that's not good. But anyway, it's gonna get scaled down to about like this, alright? Like, it's gonna be about here. The Shulk dancing along. Yes, 100%. Does he need to be plumpy Shulk? Well, everyone, I'm gonna say, this is the, I'm gonna be sending, let me send this off to Pig real quick. And we'll see what he has to say. Because, like, this is essentially the character model I want to give all the characters. So, with that in mind, do this. And then build. And then let's go to a pause screen real quick as a message Pig. But yeah, no, absolutely. Because honestly, I know it gets said to death. It's like, oh my goodness, the getting them to change movie Sonic. Should we ask him for the knee braces? He can make me draw those when I'm dead in the ground. he can have me draw those when I draw my last breath. That's when I'll draw the knee braces on what they are. I mean, we can send him the stream, that's for sure. I don't think he's gonna respond to this immediately. So at some point, I will get Pig's opinions on what those things on Shulk's knees are. They are, no matter what their again, can't stress this enough. No matter what their functional purpose is, they are 12 belts. Thoughts on general character style? Question mark. Question mark. I was looking at these group chats, reminds me, it's like, reminds me about Roll for Shoes. You gotta get back to that. Hopefully sometime this month. It's a good time. I had a good time last time. I will say, I didn't expect, like, the way the first one... Oh, right, movie Sonic. Yeah, I was just gonna say, I know it gets said to death. It's like, oh my goodness, thank God they changed movie Sonic, you know? Like, could you imagine all this with the original? Some of the parts of Sonic 3, and I'm sure Sonic 2 as well, look so fucking, like, they did such a good job just animating it and making it look good. And making it look like what I think most Sonic fans would want from a Sonic, like, feature picture. And I definitely think that more of the two sequels than the, oh, I just realized. Look back, realize we're still on pause. I did it again, dang it. I definitely think that more of the two sequels than the first one, because, you know, the first one only has Sonic as Sonic, so you can't really, it's hard to be like, yeah, they did everything right. Like, they have one Sonic thing in that movie, and it is Sonic. But with all the shit they add in the follow-up pictures, I'm like, yes, it was. I'm so glad they made it look better, because unironically, some of the visuals of these movies are some of the better parts. So, yeah. Sonic 1, I don't know how much I might revisit, like, Sonic 2 or 3. You know, because it's like I was saying, it's like, Sonic 3 I saw because I was like, oh, it's like the Shadow story, and that's gonna be great to see in live action. But Sonic 2 I kind of skipped out on because I was like, I know the Knuckles thing. In fact, they do the Knuckles bit in, like, the games enough in the comics. Like, Eggman has tricked Knuckles so much that the other characters know to expect it. You know? So that's one reason I was like, yeah, you know, skip Sonic 2, and then Sonic 3, Sonic Adventure 2, which is, I keep getting messed up on that, 2, 3, 3, 2. But, like, Sonic 1, it's just a movie. It's a movie with Sonic. So I would definitely be rewatching that from time to time. No doubt. No doubt in my head. But yeah, I think all of them are pretty cool. I'm kind of nervous, because if y'all don't know, especially in this one, not to spoil anything, but there's a whole thing about, like, trilogies. Trilogies are kind of the best way to do the film series, beginning, middle, end, what have you. My favorite films are a trilogy. Pirates of the Caribbean. So I'm excited for Sonic 4 for a lot of reasons, but I'm also very nervous because I'm not sure exactly what they'll do and whether or not if it'll work out. But unless people are like, they shouldn't have done it, it's so unbelievably bad, then I'll probably still go see it. So I'll be excited. I think they kind of have I want to say they have a formula down, but if we look at the numbers and what people say, then technically they have a formula they keep improving on. They're getting better, which is good. Of course, nothing is upwards forever, so with any luck, 4 will, if it's not the last one, it'll at least continue the upward trend instead of ending it. That is what I will say. Alright. Character base. And then we'll move on to Duncan, who is Shulk's dad, who I didn't know existed. And can you blame me? How many anime protagonists have a dad? Not a lot of them. Honestly, I didn't give Shulk the turtleneck. I'm tempted to give Duncan this collar shit because like it's so popped. Should have been 2 movies. Should have been 1 movie. They could have easily made that. Oh, most of the Lord of the Rings movies are 3 hours long. Just make a 3 hours long Hobbit movie. Everyone pay to see it. Is it Kamurocho? What with? Is it with Yakuza? Is the Yakuza series any good? I feel like I didn't hear anything about it, and or what I heard was bad. So, yes, I do need to play Yakuza 0. I do own that. They say that a lot. That's the thing though. I just want them to. I don't really want them to necessarily tie in anything else, just because I want them to flesh out Sonic stuff more. I mean, fucking Sega doesn't bother fleshing out Sonic stuff in the games. The least they can do is flesh it out in the movies, you know. That's always ends up being an issue with Sonic game. Sonic team will have an idea, not do it perfect the first time, move on, and we're all worse off for it. Did you ever play Shenmue? I have not played Shenmue. Shenmue's the one where Shenmue's an older game where it's like a fighting game, right? Except not really, because you're going against NPCs, and you can like run around the town and do stuff, and you train. And then the third one was bad. It's Shenmue but functional. That's what I was about to say. You know, I talk about Eye Patch Wolf a lot. And I shouldn't be surprised that people are like up in arms about someone who makes opinion pieces online, but someone made a thing about like, no, don't listen to them, Shenmue 3 good, and I was like, I have not experienced any Shenmue except through this video, but either Eyepatch Wolf left out a lot of stuff about Shenmue in this video, or Shenmue 3 isn't a functioning game. It's one of those two, and from my experience so far, I'm more likely to say the latter. Yeah. The more I revisit the Sonic Adventure games, which at one point I need to play through Sonic Adventure 1 on my own, if not on stream for the first time. They need to make that, but just, you know, Sonic stages. And I know that's the most worn opinion in the universe, but the general stage structure, I think I like it. It is what, even if it's not like letting you go 100 miles an hour, it is still the kind of basic Sonic template of you have speedier segments and then you have platforming segments, and I honestly like that. So I would like them to go back to it. To a degree, Sonic Colors and that kind of stuff is kind of like that, but it is also reliant on like the boost formula, so that's why I lean more towards Sonic Adventure territory when I talk about that. I mean, granted, they did Frontiers, but I mean, us not even mentioning Frontiers is kind of a sign of how unconfident everyone is that they would actually stick to an idea. The fact they made another classic Sonic game after Mania, the fact they stuck to that idea at all, that alone shocked me. Even if Superstars is like, you know, is a bit of a mid game, I liked it. I'm gonna play it on I'm gonna play it on stream at some point. I thought Superstars was fun, was cute. Was it worth full price? Probably not. Am I going to replay it on and off stream? Yes. Just a classic platformer, and to a degree, that's fine. Sometimes I don't want you to reinvent the wheel. Sometimes I want my fucking wheel. I ordered a wheel. Where the fuck? What do you mean that this is an homage to classic wheels and is inspired by some of your favorite wheels? I just want the wheel. Yeah. Like, to some degree, Sonic Superstars, it's not like Mania because it's not like perfected classic Sonic, but it is just kind of classic Sonic, in a functioning modern engine, and that's okay for me. And if you're like, I demand more, you are completely entitled to that. Sega's a big company. They should be able to do that. They make other games. They make other good games. You'd think Sonic would be among them. And sometimes he is, just not consistently. Oh. Okay. I was about to say. I forgot the layers I was working on. I think, yeah. So, yeah. I am completely happy with playing like Sonic 2, Sonic 3, Sonic CD, Sonic Mania. This is what I'm going to do. I'm literally starting this this shit tomorrow. Sonic Mania, Sonic Superstars. That is an okay lineup for me. If I was describing it as like, wait a minute, how am I gonna do that? I'm doing that on stream. Hold on now. Wait a minute. Who are you? I'm happy to just get those games. The only reason I didn't include Sonic 1 in there, I like Sonic 1, but I didn't include it just because it is like just like a classic platformer. It's not necessarily like Sonic as you would consider it today. You can't spin dash. You can't. Most of the stages don't actually let you build up a lot of speed. You can go fast in Sonic 1, but it's in Sonic 1 terms. It's not like. Not a million miles an hour. I do like the classic stages. I do like the bonus stages though. I like the spinny motion sickness world. I would say date it in large part just by modern perception of the Sonic franchise as a whole. I'm not sure about as a platformer as a whole. That's a whole other conversation. But that's what I'm saying. It's definitely not what you would be like, this is a Sonic. If Sega put it out today as a new Sonic game, people would be like, what is this? Is like hyper bare. This is nothing. This is barely anything. Whereas Sonic 2, to some degree, is just what you would call a Sonic game. It is everything a Sonic game is. It set the template more than Sonic 1 did. Also, I did this, but I wasn't. I keep doing things and not thinking. Yeah, but you know, in other breaking news, boy with autism likes Sonic. Everyone shocked. No one can believe it. What? No. Some people appalled. Some reports of vomiting in the street. Sonic 1. Yeah. I will say, I think I've said this before. If you're like, Cahill, you have to play through the first 3 Mario Brothers or the first 3 Sonics. Which one are you gonna do? I would say Sonic. And I know to some people it's like, well, those came a decade after it. And it's like, I know. But to me, and I've definitely said this before on stream too, I start caring about Mario like after Mario World. Mario World is like my hopping on point for Mario, and I'm down for everything else after that. Whereas Sonic, I specifically like his older stuff more than a lot of the newer stuff. So like, if you put just the original of those two, the first few entries of those 2 franchises in front of me, I would pick Sonic. And this isn't an interesting conversation. This is apples and oranges. I understand that. But you know, I've just thought about it before. Because in a lot of ways, Mario has 100% outpaced Sonic. But it like everything, I like looking for what Sonic has to offer. I prefer it to find the diamonds in the rough than to just be like, no, you can't, there's not enough left to save. And I mean, I say that, but like, Sonic has more than diamonds in the rough, you know? He has some generally good shit. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. I can't believe this is the first I'm thinking of this as we have this conversation. And I have to say it on stream. I wasn't going to say it on stream. I wasn't going to say it on stream. But I have to say it on stream. Alright? Okay. So there's a meme going around, and I know, again, uninteresting conversation, but we have to talk about it. I can't stay quiet on it anymore. There's a meme going around, and it's like someone ascending to heaven in like stages. Like the first is them lying down, and then they start to levitate, and it's kind of laid out like a tier list, right? Like you start out here, and it's not that good, but then you get to here, and it's like the best. Okay, you with me so far? You hear what I'm saying? Good. I keep seeing it for Sonic, and every single version of it is bad. And I say that largely because they keep putting Sonic 06 on there. I don't know if it's on purpose or if they're getting it confused with the first one, but they keep putting Sonic 06 on there. I don't know why you would put it anywhere on it when you're talking about the good parts of the franchise, but they keep doing that. And it's either at the top, they're saying Sonic 06 is the best game in the franchise, or it's near the bottom or middle, but it's paired with a game that is actually well made. I can't understand where these people are coming from. It drives me insane. I'm like, am I so out of... This can't be right. That's not true. One of them had Sonic 06 next to Sonic 3. And that's not right at all. Sonic 3 is like one of the most complete entries in the series. You can't put it next to a literal train crash. This freak out comes purely out of me being like, I don't understand. I'm not mad. I'm just like, what is happening? Explain yourself. When you can't get into heaven. Like, I just don't understand why you would even put it on the list. I thought we all agreed to not talk about it again. Sega seemed to agree to not talk about it again, and that's wild because they're the company who made the game. And I'm pretty sure, like, a couple years ago for one of Sonic's anniversaries, when they did, like, flashbacks, they even made a joke about how bad 06 was, unironically. Like, they were doing little summaries of each of the games, and Sonic 06 was just the loading screen. That was it. They didn't say anything else about the game. They make fun of it when they do the voiceover, the voice actor takeovers. That's why I can't understand people putting it on like these are the Sonic games you have to play. That can't be true. That also can't be true because I talked about this before, like, oh, and I do have to replay that. I just remember. The first time I streamed Sonic 06, I was having a hard time getting things working, and when I was looking up other ways to play it, there weren't. I would just have to emulate it, which at the time defeated the purpose. Like, I know I've in the past been like, yeah, I'm just weird. I like to play on physical copies, but if memory serves, when I did play Sonic 06 before, it was like, it was a reward for something, and I was like, I have a real copy. I'll play it on stream. So when I couldn't get that working, I was like, is there any other legitimate way to play it? And they said no. And I was like, oh goodness. Which just makes it even more battling. You know, with all the circles around their waist, you would think all these Xenoblade characters are just Pokemon trainers. That's the vibe I'm getting. ATM. But yeah. I... that was a thing, though. Oh no, I'm gonna save more of those thoughts for when we do have to restream 06. Because, like, especially with the movies and everything, it's easier now to look back and laugh. Because Sonic has actually gotten more good entries than bad lately. Knock on wood. I took a minute to find some wood and knock on it. But it's like there was a time when that was the sign of Armageddon. I remember it and everything. I was there. Don't recite the old magic to me. I was there when it was written. I mean, heck, one of the only reasons I have a physical copy of Sonic 06 is because my parents legitimately got it for me when I was 6. And how that survived the multiple moves my family did, but the, you know, some of my other cherished toys didn't, couldn't tell ya. But it did, and now I have this weird piece of memorabilia that I get to keep, which is cool. And like I couldn't foresee it being a thing I would use for like streaming, but that's how life goes. That's life for you. That's life. That's life. I have not listened to that song because I legitimately hate that phrase. There are some, let me get into this now. There are some things where saying like, that's life, is applicable. But I feel like every time I hear it in my actual, you know, life, it's someone being like, it's like when I'm telling someone, it's like, oh, I got shivved in the street the other day. You know, they ran up to me and just started stabbing my kidneys. And then the person goes, well, that's life. And I'm like, what do you mean? No! That was a completely preventable. That is something that doesn't need to happen. When you say that's life, it should be an unchangeable facet of the human experience. You're just using it for a shitty thing that happened to me. Truly wild. I love how I love how you could boil down the last few, like the last 30 minutes of stream as Cahill doesn't understand people. I don't understand their Sonic tier list. I don't understand their perspectives on the human experience. They just confuse me, man. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I should add. I really don't think so. I think just his hair and his bandana. Because, like, there's all these little details here, but it's mostly, if you look closely, like, we're not doing seams on pants for the most part. And then the rest of this is just, like, wrinkles. Wrinkles in pants. So that's why I'm like, I don't think there's much else to do. I'm actually I kinda want to call it here. But, because I could finish Duncan, but I kind of want to see Pig's thoughts on Shulk first. So we'll do that. I'll talk to Pig about more Xenoblade things, and then we'll come back for more. How about I find someone to raid? That sound okay? But yeah. Yeah, I truly don't understand humans. I'm sorry. And not even to be like, I'm quirky. I just... People baffle me. Normal people scare me. No. That is not true. I mean, I feel like that goes back to the start of stream, where Meat was saying words at me and I didn't understand. It was like, sometimes it just takes a moment for me to process information. And, depending.
Oh yeah, this is the
No. I kind of want to raid. I don't know. Who is this one person I'm following? Okay. That's someone, that's an artist I'm following. They might have changed their thing. I want to raid Shiv. They're playing Half-Life. And honestly, I haven't played Half-Life before. I'm not necessarily planning to. But I like Shiv. Shiv is funny. Give them a chance. They're part of Barry's crew. You know, the crew. The berry patch. The berry bush. Well, okay. Okay, well, I shouldn't have said that was a mistake. I can admit that much. But yeah, we're going to be back tomorrow. And tomorrow, we will be playing some Sonic CD. And that is actually my favorite Sonic game. So, I hope to see you all there. I think it's going to be a great time. And yeah, I will see y'all around. Have a good one. Bye.